Congress's job rating is up? What gives? Let's take a moment to explore. We've been polling on Congress for decades, and for much of that time, Congress has earned a combined good plus excellent job rating of less than 10%. It's had its ups and downs, like its high of 25% in February 2017, shortly before conservatives were let down by Paul Ryan. And all along the way, Congress has been one of Rasmussen Report's favorite whipping boys. Go ahead and look back at the stories on our site. Please subscribe as a reader if you haven't already. You'll see highlights such as January 2016, 64% of voters, including 69% of independents, think we should just get rid of all of Congress and start over fresh. December 2012, 60% of voters and 69% of independents think most members of Congress are willing to sell their vote for cash or campaign contributions. And my favorite from July 2011, only 7% of voters say Congress is interested in helping people, and 85% say they're more interested in their own careers. So with all that historical context, here's how voters rate Congress today. 9% say excellent, and 25% say excellent and good. That's quite a bit lower than Biden gets on pretty much any issue, but throw in that 26% fair number and Congress just sails right on past him. 45% rate Congress poor. That's actually down 7 points from 52% just 8 months ago. So Congress is definitely on the upswing and quite a bit higher than at almost any other time we've asked. But compare that with Paul Ryan's February of 2017 high. Here's today's number versus then. Almost exactly the same, though the poor rating back then was 4 points higher. So in fact, this is actually the best Congress rating since at any time we've asked, starting in 2006. Here are the party breakdowns. Republicans and independents are directionally the same, though Republicans are a little less likely to say excellent, good, or fair, and more likely to say poor. But here's Democrats. 39% say excellent or good, and only 23% say poor. This is a complete reversal from 2017, when Republicans had by far the higher ratings and Democrats the lowest. Let's give it a few months to see how opinions change once Congress switches hands. A quick note. Voters who strongly approve of Biden are also the most likely to rate Congress good. 54% say excellent or good, and only 13% say poor. This is a trend to watch. 2 years ago, black voters, Democrats, women, and Biden supporters polled much closer than they do today. And taking a look at these numbers, it's easy to see that those who approve of Biden are potentially looking past negative connotations that many others see when considering corruption in D.C. politicians. Among those who strongly disapprove of Biden, 83% rate Congress poor, also the highest among any demographic. Speaking of corruption, are most members of Congress corrupt? A plurality, 42% of voters say yes, and only 33% say no. In a stunning turn of events, it's actually older voters who are least likely to say Congress is corrupt. They are also most likely to say Congress isn't corrupt. This was just an astonishing finding for me because older voters definitely are more opinionated and skew more strongly conservative. I have a suspicion that mainstream news may be a culprit here. Black voters see the most corruption in Congress, but here are party numbers. A plurality of Democrats say most members of Congress are not corrupt, but really their numbers aren't that far off from Republicans. It's independents who have the strongest opinion here, but still not a majority say most of Congress is corrupt. We asked this question a few times in the past, but the most recent was a decade ago. The results have fluctuated somewhat, but are mostly in line with then. So where's the signal strongest? Once again, it isn't in party, it's in Biden's support. Only 22% of those who strongly approve of Biden think most of Congress is corrupt. But among voters who strongly disapprove of Biden, 59% say Congress is corrupt. Don't you think it says something that the strongest correlation between thinking Congress is corrupt is whether you approve of Biden? If so, put your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the like button. Thank you.